Hey team, welcome to day 3 of the Fit Republic open house. I was going to have the money discussion today and talk about growing your network via social media tomorrow. However, I had some questions on exactly that yesterday, so I decided I'll do a little switcheroo and I'll talk about social media now and save the money discussion for tomorrow. Okay, so how to expand your reach, grow your network via social media. So for me, when I started as a coach, I did not have many friends on my Facebook. I had 156 friends on my Facebook when I started as a coach, and most people have a lot more than that. And we had moved across the country, and honestly, I hadn't made a lot of friends. I worked 50 to 60 hours a week. It just didn't leave me a lot of social time. So I didn't have a whole lot of friends where we lived either. And so I was concerned too about who's going to pay attention to what I have to say and who's going to join my challenge groups moving forward, right? So I had some of the same concerns being raised yesterday by a few members here in the group. So I thought, hey, let's talk about it. When I started as a coach, for my first challenge group, I had not started my Facebook page yet. It was 6 weeks into coaching that I actually started my Facebook page. And so for my very first challenge group, it was people that I already knew who joined my very first challenge group. And I'll talk about this a little bit more tomorrow, but Beachbody did their research and they found that coaches who were adding at least 3 new challenge pack clients per month consistently grew their business. And so they developed something called Success Club, where if you have 3 new challenge pack clients per month minimum, you hit Success Club. And so you can hit Success Club 5, you can hit Success Club 10. We'll talk about that again a little bit more tomorrow. But typically, in a coach's first month, it's people that they're already acquainted with who will join their very first challenge group. But what then, right? And that was my concern. So 6 weeks into coaching, I started my Facebook page and just started to share my journey. And honestly, I was just kind of throwing stuff up there and seeing what people were interested in. There really wasn't any sort of strategy behind it. I didn't understand social media very well, and often I would throw a post up and think that it was gonna do awesome because I spent so much time on it, and nobody liked it. And then I would put a post up and really not be sure how it was gonna do, and all of a sudden comments and likes all over the place. So it was really a trial and error thing for me at first. I've done a bunch of courses and stuff now, so I have more of a social media strategy, and that's what I will teach in the new coach training. Social media strategy, how to be true to yourself and genuine, because people feel that, and providing value to the people who follow your page. So people are on Facebook for various different reasons. One of them is relationships. Another one is finding solutions to problems. Another one is to be entertained, right? And so I share about my social media strategy. It's really not that hard once you figure out how to be genuine on social media and the types of things that you find valuable, that you find inspirational or entertaining, and also sharing about your own fitness journey. That's the kind of stuff that you'll be posting. And again, there's a lot more detail on that in the new coach training. So providing value to people on your Facebook page is going to grow and expand your network, because people will start to look out for your posts. People will start to expect to see this stuff from you and begin to interact with you on your Facebook page. And when your family and friends, who are going to be the first people who like your page, right, when they like and comment and share different posts that you post, their friends, say for example, your sister comments on one of your posts, her friends list is going to see that because pages on Facebook are public. And so you start getting into that second degree of separation and then the third degree of separation, and you'll find people liking your page who you don't know, right? So you start to connect with people via your Facebook page because you're being transparent about your fitness journey, you're being genuine, and you're learning to share things that they are going to find valuable. So that's number one, social media sharing. And just to note as well, on social media, I always recommend that my new coaches go ahead and create a pretty cover photo for both your Facebook page and your Facebook profile. Something that just shares what you're about. You don't need to go and get headshots done. I haven't still, but I do create cover photos that show people kind of what I'm about and share and are eye-catching as well, right? The last thing I want you to do is just throw a motivational quote up there because it doesn't say anything about you personally. And our primary value as coaches is that we care about people and we build relationships, right? And so you don't want something impersonal like that. I recommend PicMonkey.com or Canva.com to create your cover photo. And if you look at the one on my profile, it's a very simple cover photo. It has a picture of me with my family, me with my man, and there's a workout photo up there as well. So just a little bit about me and who I am. And on my Facebook page, it's a yoga. Oh no, I just changed it. It is a photo of me doing Size, the new dance program that's just about to launch. So, you can change it up from time to time, but definitely personalize it and make it about you. Another thing, and the biggest thing that I did to grow my network in my first 2 years as a coach was to run a free group every single month, every month on the month. I opened up a free resource for people. They don't have to pay for this, and it's a short little, like, say for example, in the new coach training, the first thing that you'll do is run a 5-day clean eating group. And so don't worry, you don't have to do any work for this. There's a shopping list, there's a meal plan, there are posts that you can post every single morning of your 5-day clean eating group. It's all there for you. But the purpose of this free group is, aside from getting your feet wet a little bit with coaching, is to start to expand and build your network, right? So for example, I had a coach who joined the team last month, and she just started her 5-day free clean eating group this week, and her name is Sarah, and she had about 20 people in her 5-day free clean eating group, and it was just family, friends, people who she had on her Facebook, and then she posted and invited them to invite their friends to the clean eating group, and all of a sudden she's got like 50 people in her free clean eating group, and she has just expanded her contacts by quite a bit just from running this 5-day clean eating group. And so she can friend request them. They get to see the value of having a coach hold them accountable for 5 days. They get to get some results without paying anything. It's no strings attached kind of thing for 5 days. And then a lot of these people, when she posts about her challenge group coming up, her 21 Day Fix challenge group, for example, that she has coming up, a lot of these people are going to be like, hey, I found a lot of value in having a coach. It was awesome. The community was fun. I'm going to check this out. So I hope that makes sense for you. So every single month on the month, I would run some kind of free group. Sometimes it would be a core challenge. Like I would search Google Images and find a 5-day core challenge that I liked and post one a day. Sometimes I do a sugar-free challenge, like a 3-day sugar-free challenge, just challenging people to go without sugar for 3 days. And it's harder for a lot of people than it actually sounds, but they find value in that, right? And so you post about your free 5-day clean eating challenge on your page, for example, and then when friends and family start to comment on it and people who like your page, their friends lists will see it, and you'll generate interest from, again, that second degree of separation, third degree of separation. So, just in closing, the most important thing about this business is consistency. I say this all the time, but it's so true. The most important thing is consistency, because there will be a lot of people during your first challenge group who aren't at all interested, right? But they're watching you. And if you're consistent and you continue to run your free groups, they continue to see you on your fitness journey, and they continue to see you running challenge groups and then posting photos of people who are in your challenge groups as well, with their permission, of course. You gain credibility as a coach. And so, generating momentum at first, you're putting in a lot of work to generate momentum at first, but it's consistency over time and hitting Success Club, like we were talking about earlier, over time that really starts to generate momentum in the long term. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. You're providing value via social media, and I teach Facebook page first because that's still primarily where I grow most of my business. I do teach a little bit of Instagram, YouTube later on once you've kind of got your feet wet, but you provide value via social media and begin to build some relationships. And then also you use free groups, and you can do all kinds of different ones as a way to continue those relationships and add value for people. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below. I am more than happy to answer.